Hello, dear friends. Today we will delve into the fascinating story of the special bond between Princess Charlotte and her grandfather, King Charles III. In this video, we will detail how their warm friendship began, which memorable moments unite them, and why fate seemed to bring Charles to finally fulfill his dream of having a daughter in the person of his granddaughter. The story of their relationship reaches back to the distant past when Prince Charles, the future King Charles III, together with his first wife, Princess Diana, was raising two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Yet behind all the busy royal duties lay a sincere wish of the young father. He had always wanted a daughter. This wish, mentioned more than once in various biographies of the royal family and in the memoirs of Princess Diana herself, gradually turned from a family detail into a kind of destiny's calling. Before Princess Charlotte's birth, there had been no such close bond within the royal family that could resonate so deeply in the heart of the future king. That is why, insiders say, King Charles III treats his granddaughter with touching care and special reverence, as though she were the daughter he had dreamed of for so long. Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana was born on May 2, 2015, at Mary's Hospital in London. Her parents, Prince William and Princess Kate, now the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, always tried to create an atmosphere of harmony and warmth in their family, despite Charlotte's status as a future queen. From her very first days, her grandfather paid her special attention. It is said that when King Charles first learned he had a granddaughter, he felt that his dream had finally come true. William and Kate themselves have openly admitted they wanted their children to grow up as close to nature as possible and to live, as protocol allows, in a normal family environment. That is why their residence near Windsor Castle became the ideal place for spending time together. The king can visit them without much pomp, and the children can see their grandfather without an abundance of cameras and onlookers. One of the symbols of the closeness between the king and his granddaughter became that very bracelet, a simple piece of jewelry that Charlotte gifted to Charles as a sign of her love and trust. It is believed the little princess made the bracelet herself, using colorful threads and beads. Observers noticed this at a public event. King Charles wore it on his wrist and examined it as if it held a piece of his little sunshine's soul. Commentators noted that the king wore this bracelet not only at family celebrations, but also at official events. For example, at the Wimbledon tournament and at one of the parliamentary receptions in mid-2024. For many, this was unexpected, yet deeply touching. Behind the uniform and royal regalia stands a loving grandfather who does not hide his pride and happiness that he has such a granddaughter. From an early age, Princess Charlotte exhibited remarkable calmness and poise in public. When she was just 3 years old, she took part in official outings during the celebration of Queen Elizabeth II's Jubilee. Her parents and royal experts noted that Charlotte graced every reception. Her gentle smile and confident gaze conveyed that the little girl was already boldly treading on the path of future monarchy. King Charles admired how his granddaughter demonstrated natural grace and elegance. In conversations with insiders, he repeatedly noted her ability to remain composed even amidst a large crowd and numerous cameras. There are reports that these very qualities, a combination of kindness and equanimity, make her special in her grandfather's eyes. He observed that Charlotte, despite her young age, already possesses a rare talent for being herself even in an unprecedentedly public space. In May 2023, when King Charles III was solemnly crowned, Princess Charlotte, alongside other members of the royal family, took part in the coronation ceremony. The girl was one of those who accompanied the king during the procession. Later, in June 2023, she appeared on the balcony of Palace during the traditional aerial demonstration. This moment was remembered by many. Charlotte stood next to her family, demonstrating not only diverse talents but also a strong bond with her grandfather, who watched his young comrade with attentive pride. On May 2, 2025, Princess Charlotte turned 10 years old. King Charles and Queen posted a heartfelt message and a photograph taken by Duchess Kate on her iPhone during a family trip to Cumbria on the official social media accounts of the royal family. In the image, Charlotte is captured in hiking clothes against the backdrop of picturesque hills, with an authentic smile on her face. This photograph became the first official portrait published by Kate that was taken on her personal phone, and it touched the hearts of millions of royal family fans worldwide. Moreover, in his wishes, King Charles emphasized how important his granddaughter is to him and how happy he feels watching her grow. One of Princess Charlotte's favorite hobbies is ballet. From a young age, she has been passionate about dance, and her parents support her interest in every way. They regularly take her to lessons, buy ballet tutus, and explain how important it is to nurture creative abilities. As early as 2017, the Duchess of Cambridge mentioned that Charlotte absolutely adores ballet. When King Charles, attending a royal ballet premiere, noticed his granddaughter's interest, he told the performers he could hardly contain his emotions. He couldn't wait to go to the ballet with his granddaughter. In addition to classical art, Charlotte enjoys modern music. In 2024, she attended a Taylor Swift concert, which especially delighted pop music fans and royal family followers. This event became a symbol that life in the royal household is balanced. Children receive not only rigorous protocol lessons, but also the opportunity to enjoy what every contemporary teenager likes. Like most children her age, Charlotte loves spending time outdoors, riding a bicycle, playing football with her brothers and friends, having picnics, and going on family walks. Relatives note that such simple pleasures help the younger daughter of Prince William not become buried under royal duties, but to remain an active, healthy, and well-rounded girl. Despite all the joyful moments, the royal family faced serious trials. In 2024, King Charles III was diagnosed with cancer, and shortly after, his daughter-in-law, Duchess Kate, received a similar diagnosis. This period became especially difficult for everyone involved, yet Princess Charlotte proved to be the sunbeam that brought light and warmth during the trying time. With her boundless energy, cheerfulness, and optimism, Charlotte helped her entire family cope with challenges. Sources in People magazine mentioned that even when her parents and grandfather were undergoing treatment, the little princess managed to find ways to support her relatives. She wrote them funny notes, distracted them with stories about her school activities, and constantly said, "Everything will be fine because we're together." According to the king, this was a true medicine for him and for Duchess Kate. The term spare in the context of the British royal family dynasty refers to someone who is not first in line for the throne, but still holds an important position just in case. History knows many examples where spares faced certain psychological pressure. They might never ascend to the throne and remained in the shadow of older brothers or sisters. Currently, Prince George, 10 years old, is second in the line of succession after his father, Prince William. Princess Charlotte follows him, third in line. Thus, from a protocol standpoint, she is a spare in case her brother cannot become king. However, William and Kate's approach to raising their children is aimed at ensuring Charlotte does not feel second or spare. Insiders note that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge carefully build their family relationships, striving to balance royal traditions with ordinary childhood joy. They teach Charlotte that her contribution to the future of the royal family is no less significant than George, and that each of their 3 children is valued in its own right. That is why Duchess Kate maintains an especially warm and trusting bond with her daughter, and Prince William demonstrates how important Charlotte's role is in their family. Unlike the past, when spares could indeed feel deprived, today all adult members of the royal family understand that Charlotte has the right to her own place in the world and to her unique story. Her spare role does not limit her dreams. She has already expressed a desire to attend university in the future and engage in charity, much like her uncle Prince Harry or her aunt Princess. It is already known that William and Kate plan to give their children the most comprehensive education possible. Charlotte, in particular, will attend the same primary school as her brother and younger brother, Prince Louis. In the future, there is a strong possibility she will continue her education at one of Britain's prestigious schools and later enroll at a top university. Experts have mentioned Oxford or Cambridge. At the same time, her parents want their daughter to have the opportunity to study not only traditional subjects, but also creative disciplines, such as music, visual arts, and choreography. As shown by the example of her cousin Prince Harry and her cousin Princess, the younger generation of the royal family is increasingly involved in charitable projects and public initiatives. Charlotte already participates in some philanthropic efforts, for instance, attending a charity tennis match organized by the royal family. In the future, she could very well become an ambassador for a foundation related to supporting children or the arts. King Charles has repeatedly emphasized that his granddaughter is one of the manifestations of the values he wishes to pass on to the next generation. A love for nature, a pursuit of justice, a respect for art and culture, and the ability to remain true to oneself despite the highest status. These are the qualities he sees in Princess Charlotte and hopes she will continue the path started by his parents, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. The story of the special bond between King Charles III and his granddaughter, Princess Charlotte, reminds us that even in the most traditional and sometimes strictly regulated families, the most important things are human feelings: love, trust, and support. King Charles fully realized his dream of a daughter, even if it manifested in the birth of a granddaughter, and Charlotte herself has chosen a path where the balance between royal duty and childhood joys is maintained by the people who love her most. May this story inspire all of us to cherish the love and support we receive from our loved ones, for it is they who become the pearls that make our lives truly meaningful. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and click the bell so you don't miss new stories about the royal family. See you soon.